The next day I wake up feeling a little lightheaded. It's almost noon already. Sleeping late is fine since it's Sunday and there are no classes. Not just a Sunday, though, but the festival as well. From my window I can always see some people at the soba booth, slinking noodles onto plates for people with a craving for low-quality food. I'll roll back a handful of my morning meds and ponder how to spend the day. There'll be a few exams in the coming week, but I don't consider those as ominous as others, so I'm not worried about them, as I probably should be. With no urgent obligations regarding education, I should be free to spend the day at the festival, as I like. Finishing my morning routine, I exit into the hallway, intending to go out and find something to eat. Passing by his door, I decide to see what Kiji's up to, totally out of impulse. I'm curious if he has any plans since everyone else is doing something. Then again, I can picture him having built a soundproof shelter in his room, or possibly something like a fort, complete with a "No Girls Allowed" sign, and with the girls crossed out and body crudely scrawled underneath it. Knocking on his door, which is luckily devoid of any kind of sign, I hear again the unsettling click of at least 10 locks being pulled back. This door opens up a crack. What voice did I have for you? It was a deep voice. Who is it? No, it wasn't that. It was deep and... screw it, I'm going with it. Who is it? You're supposed to ask that before you open the door. Oh, it's you. Damn, it's early. It's not really that early. What is it, man? Nothing. Was just gonna ask what you're doing today. Half the school is out there already. Out where? Why? I was like, wait, what's on his glasses? Like eyes, like. What? What? Is today special? Why are they there? Who are? I can hear them. It's loud. Don't tell me. Has the invasion begun? He suddenly looks more alarmed. What day is it, man? Yeah, I guess you can say you can't see the big wooden booths outside and people selling stuff. What the hell are you talking about? I have my curtains closed at all times to thwart the snipers. Because curtains, they stop bullets. It's the festival. You know that, right? Oh, shit. That's the day? Oh, damn it. I can't believe I forgot. I don't have my fort finished yet. This is bad. This is gonna be a very bad day. It's good you told me this, man. This is gonna be a bad day. Why? Oh, man, they're gonna be everywhere. The people outside my window, socializing. Kenji rubs his temples nervously, suddenly looking very ill. It's gonna be loud as hell. Damn, and I was gonna go out today, but now it's ruined. Everything is ruined. This is awful. This sucks. What the hell? This really sucks. I can't go anywhere now. There's nowhere to run. Kenji seems nervous. You could even say he's majorly freaking out. I can't believe this. So that's what today was. Damn, and I couldn't even prepare for it. I couldn't even brace myself, and now it's here, and I can't do anything. You should have told me this earlier, dude. I mean, at least I know, but I could have known earlier. Imagine what I could have accomplished. Sorry, I thought you knew. So I guess you're not going to do anything today. The weather is even good. Yesterday was really windy, so I thought today would be cold. It's not, so there's no reason to just stay inside. Yeah, you should check the festival out. Kitchen groans and covers his face with his hands. Ah, no, I can't do it. Don't eat me alive out there. I know it. It has to be a joke, but he said it with such a straight face. Relatively straight. What are you gonna do? We should hang out in here. You can help me build my fort. We might just make it if we work together. Well, I joined the art club, so I guess I'll go with them. You did what? I joined the art club. Man, that was a bad move. Really bad. You don't know what kind of girls there are in that art club. Troubled, antsy, cutesies who'll tear your heart out and eat it raw. Well, I know that one art club member, and I don't really see when suddenly become a... No, wait, don't say that. She could be one for all you know, Sal. That seems unlikely. Don't say that. Don't fool yourself. You have no idea what you're dealing with here. Man, they are the worst kind. They drag you in for all this fancy shit, and when you least expect it, BAM! Bam what? Kenshi seems slightly phased at my skepticism, but not any less loony. It doesn't matter. Tread carefully, man. Tread carefully. He fingers his scarf nervously, faster and faster, like he's trying to start a fire. Then slowly begins to calm down once the panic attack finishes running its course. I'm gonna have to find some place to hide in a safe haven, and then knock the lights out myself, so I don't have to experience this horrible day. I have the perfect thing for that. I must prepare now. Don't go to the festival. Okay. Later, dude. The door slowly closes with a slow creak, and I don't know how to feel about what Kenji just said. Besides the fact that he's awesome / crazy. The happy hubbub of the crowd greets me as I push myself through the main door and step outside. The school grounds were transformed to a festival grounds over yesterday and this morning. Colorful strands line at the main walkways from the main entrance to the school building. Some people are still carrying stuff to and fro. I guess it means from. But behind most counters are relaxed students who look like they're good to go. Most of the students have been up here in the morning, finishing preparations. A feeling of guilt passes through me, but it soon goes away. I'm just a lowly transfer student after all. Some visitors are already strolling around the grounds. There are some young families with their perturbed parents trying to keep up with their over-enthusiastic offspring. A few students of our own accompanied by their parents. And a lot of old and young people who are here for no reason I can imagine. But festival food is the best type of food. The principal's squeaky voice makes an announcement. Everyone applauds politely, if a bit unenthusiastically. The school festival. We didn't have festivals at my old high school. It feels kind of old-fashioned, especially considering the school I came from, but it's still somewhat exciting. A day off feels sweet after the first week of hard work, despite me laying on the hospital bed for 4 months prior to this. I recall even wishing that I could go to math lessons during my stint at the hospital. I came in with a program for the festival, even though Mewtwo went through it during class just the other day. And you don't need a schedule when you go places. You just go around and mingle with no one. But the food, you just walk around, have fun. You don't need a schedule. Well, you don't need a heavy schedule, just a loose schedule, like whatever. I step off the dorm steps, intending to take a tour around the grounds to see all the stuff that all of us have set up, but I only make it down to the bottom of the stairs. A few people are studying Rin's mirror on the wall, while the artist herself is lounging on the sidelines, leaning against the wall and looking extremely bored and mildly under the weather. Good morning. Hello. How's it going? Nowhere. I'm stuck. What do you mean, stuck? I mean, I can't walk stuck. I think my legs are out of order because of yesterday. Does it hurt? It's hard to say. Maybe. The strain of working on the mirror was greater than she let me know. I thought it was just a bit of tired muscles or something. I meant to ask something further, but Rin swiftly moves on to another topic. Teacher's friends came by. Then they headed into town for lunch and asked me to go. It was a good thing my legs hurt so much. But you're stuck sitting here. That's not good. I'll just wait till I can walk again. It should be either sooner or later if you think about it for a while. Teacher was happy that I finished the mural. He should be. But I wonder if it's finished after all. Oh? I thought yesterday that I had done everything, but now I'm not sure anymore. I should paint more details. Maybe, probably. It's hard to decide. Finished or not, the mural looks great in broad daylight. Various human body parts, repeated over and over in a wildly mutating, mostly disfigured variety, are the main element. They are rough looking as if thoughtlessly placed and rudimentary painted, but a great deal of thought and care has gone to each and every one of them. Does this mean does this one have a frog going out his head? It's a goldfish. What's that? It's nothing. Anyway, the wall is so bright I had to turn my neck from side to side to see the entire painting. It's hard to consider it as a single piece. The elements don't seem to fit together, but I guess they do create some kind of whole. As abstract as it is, I have no idea what it's supposed to be portraying, but it looks nice, and that's enough for me. I settle myself next to Rin, leaning against the wall like she does. The happy noises at the festival are becoming louder as more and more folks enter the grounds. The domes are far from the main attractions in the main building, and the stands around the courtyard, so most visitors have not found their way here yet. A somewhat bored expression settles on Rin's face, making her look detached from everything that goes around her. She's being awfully quiet. I wonder if she's in pain. So, what did all people say about your mural? My question wakes Rin from her daydreaming. She lazily turns her face towards me. I'm not sure. I think they liked it. Maybe they did. What about you? Are you happy with the mural? Because I kind of participated. It'd be terrible if you weren't happy. Ren turns her head, biting her lower lip. I think it came out decently. It's not bad, but it's not good either. It just is. I guess I'm alright at being empty-minded. Can I ask something else? What does the painting really portray? I thought about it yesterday when he said that it doesn't portray anything. But that's a logical fallacy, isn't it? You can't make something out of nothing, not even art. Ren frowns and turns her head back towards the clouds. I don't know. I'm not really good at explaining things. It's just a mural. There's nothing special to it. I said it already. She sounds annoyed at me, at my inquiries. I didn't know what I'd paint, so I decided to paint just a mural. It's a mural that portrays a mural. No, wait. I just thought of a better way to say it. It portrays itself. So its muralness is at the maximum, at least as far as I can do. So if you think it has some meaning, I think that's the same as this one has. That makes no sense. Meaning, I feel the corners of my mouth turning upwards in a smile that's just a tiny bit bothered. I have never understood art in the deepest meaning of the word. I get the basics that art is supposed to be only a means for exchanging ideas and thoughts. However, I never learned how I should interpret a piece of art to somehow divine what the artist sends say through it. I know it's not any special skill, but somehow my brain never can connect art with anything else than what I see. All I see is a mural. You know, I can't really... When I look at a painting or something, when it's abstract, I don't really think about what they're trying to say. I just think about the feeling I get from it. And this... I don't know what this would give me, I don't know. This makes me kind of sad. I don't know why, looking at this painting. It makes me feel sad. I can admire the technical skill after all. Even I know the difference between bad art and mediocre art and good art. But that's as far as I can go. So don't ask me about meanings, Rin. Her reply sure made me reluctant to ask her about it any further. So what are you doing when you get on your feet? Nothing. Nothing, but it's the festival. Don't you want to go have some fun? I'm fine like this. You don't like socializing much, do you? Me neither. I don't like talking to people. Actually, I also don't like talking, which is why this one's so weird. Cause, you know, I actually started YouTube, so I was in the speech class. You had to give like a speech every week, like a presentation, and I sucked at giving speeches. I was always stumbling and stuttering and messing up my words. And if you think I'm doing bad now, imagine like 5 years ago when I was in that class. Man, oh, I was a mess. I'm much better. I'm a much better presenter when I'm actually prepared. I'm much better, but when I'm on the fly, I'm just a nervous wreck. Ugh. I'm thinking I'm arguing more for her than for myself at this point. It's not like I'm particularly thrilled about the festival either, just a bit curious to see what it's like, and that's about it. Her answer is unsurprising. No, I don't. I guess me neither in the end. You should go if you want to. I know, but I can keep company. I'm not used to all of this just yet, so it's okay to take it easy. I can leave though if you want to be alone. I like it if you're here. We circle around each other with words, but eventually end up somewhere, her saying that makes me feel oddly happy, so I stay. Her presence is something I like too, the odd warm aura of serenity. Serenity now, baby! That she seems to emanate makes it comfortable to be silent. I really like that. I like it when you can be comfortable with someone, even when you say nothing at all. Man, fuck awkward silence, man. I love silence. People always coming up to me like, why don't you talk more? Because there's nothing important to say, man. I don't like people who just talk to talk. Ugh. We watch people walk by. The two of us silent, everyone else chatting happy among themselves. Students are leaving their families to the dorms to show their rooms. They pass us in the mall and maybe glance at it once or twice. I pay less attention to them and more to my companion, trying to figure out my way past her cryptic, unreadable wall of a face. Rin's eyes flicker restlessly from one person to another as they walk by. Is she waiting for people to stop at the mural, maybe secretly hoping someone would comment on it? I don't think anyone would assume that she was an artist. We're just sitting here like a pair of hobos after all, and she doesn't even have hands. I wonder if it's even in Rin's style to fish for compliments. She seems so aloof. More people walk by, some of them pointing their fingers at the mirror, exchanging words that I can't make out. Someone drops a snow cone on his shoe. Too bad for him. Everyone seems to like it. I suggested tentatively, throwing a topic in the stale summer air separating us. Rin doesn't answer right away, but by now I'm mostly used to her occasionally slowness when she must talk. It's like she takes great care picking her words, which is really unbelievable when you consider the jumble that comes out of her mouth. I wanted to make it so that you can just look at it without thinking, but I realized that it doesn't make any sense, so it became something like a mix of this and that. From far away, it looks like someone vomited a herd of butterflies on the wall, which is exactly what the obnoxious person didn't want. Is that word right? Is the word that? What word? That. What is the word for more than one butterfly? Butterflies? No, like a herd or a school, or a heap. I don't know, a flock maybe? Maybe people like butterfly vomit. Rin looks at the mirror, looking surprisingly unhappy. The middle could be better. Usually I like in-betweens, but this was a pain in my butt. Not literally, of course. Then again, I did get that too. I guess it was literal after all. Don't be so critical of yourself. She looks at me, funnily, but shuts up. At about this point, I start thinking if I should really leave and do something more constructive with my Sunday. This is the pinnacle of social failure. A whole free day at a festival right outside my doorstep. And what do? Sit here with Ren, two bystanders with nothing to do except think what a pity it is to be just a bystander. Even realizing how pitiful it is, I don't do anything. I don't stand up or take off for a day of fun. Ren is shuffling about restlessly, constantly swinging one leg over the other knee, and then back again. She has a very irritated look on her face. Is something wrong? Yes, no, yes. She suddenly hops up on her feet. It's surprising I thought she was still rendered immobile, but apparently that's not the case. I have to go find Emmy or someone. I need some help with something. I can help you. No, it's okay. One of us has to stay here in case something happens. Don't be ridiculous. Nothing even remotely interesting has happened since I came here except that one guy who dropped a snow cone on his foot. Let me help you since I'm bored. So what is it? Rin's lips flatten tightly against each other into an almost perfectly horizontal line. She closes her eyes and draws in a deep breath. When she opens her eyelids, the frightening, stern look in her dark eyes takes me aback. Is that how? You might not want to hear this, or maybe you do. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. And even if it did, you're not leaving me any choice. I'm having my period, and I need some help regarding that. However, I don't feel that a relationship is yet on the level where I can allow you to pull my underwear down in the girl's toilet, even if you offer to. That's why you should stay here and while I go and look for Emmy. As blood rushes to my cheeks like the rising tide, my brains try to desperately search for an answer. The only thing that I can think of is how that was the most coherent thing I've heard coming out of her mouth in the past 4 days that I've known her. Yes. Not wanting to meet Rin's eyes, I turned my face aside, pretending I'm looking at someone's parents. From the corner of my eye, I see Rin turning on a heel and walking off without further ado. I feel like going to hide under some rock. I wonder how Len would be gone, or if she would return at all. She does return eventually, appearing seemingly out of nowhere, and sitting back to where she was next to my place. I'm back. She says it flatly like Blunder never happened. I prefer to forget the whole matter as well, so I keep it quiet. Time passes and stands still. The sun gleams from high above the main building. It hits me directly in my eyes, but I just squint instead of moving. In a bit, it becomes painful to keep my eyes just open a little, and my temples start aching. My head hurts. I think this day gives me a headache. Can't you believe it? Are you hungry? How is that related to a headache? It's not. I ask because I am. Her oblivious seriousness melts my irritation with its ridiculousness, and I find the corners of my mouth turning slightly upwards again. You know what? So am I. I'll go get some food for us. What do you want? My treat. Doesn't matter. Returning with the food, I give one portion to Rin, taking the other for myself, and we dig in without a word. Rin looks upward, forward hanging out of a corner of her mouth. What are clouds? I always thought they were parts of the sky or something like that, because you can't touch them. Well, technically, you kind of... Wait, can you touch them? You can go through them. But that's kind of touching them. You felt like that when you were a kid? No, last week. Maybe because sometimes my thoughts feel like clouds, fluffy and white and slow. Like the sky was in my mind, like my mind was the sky. The sky of your mind? Close your eyes and think of the sky. You won't be able to think of anything else until you stop. I try it. It works. Magic? Open my eyes, I see Rin studying me with her eyes. It feels uncomfortable because she doesn't say anything. I turn away. Clouds are water. Evaporated water. You know they say almost all the water in the world at some point of its existence will be a part of a cloud. Every drop of tears and blood and sweat that comes out of you will be a cloud. All the water inside your body too. It goes up there some time after you die. It might take a while though. Your explanation is better than any of mine. Because it's true. Well, can your science explain that? That must be it. I carry on eating the food before it gets cold. The wall offers a bit of blessed shade as the sun revolves around the dome of the sky. But the afternoon is already slowly making way for the evening, so our lunch becomes more of a dinner, or whatever the word it is for a regular meal like this. Despite what I decided to call it, it suddenly hits the spot. I haven't eaten a bit since forever. My appetite filled, I let out a satisfied sigh. Rin hasn't eaten all of hers, but seems to be done with her food as well. I lean back, taking in the atmosphere. The crowd has thinned already, but the activities are still going. Everyone seems to be enjoying themselves. And why not? It's warm. The kind of perfect summer day when it's hot, but not too hot for comfort. The sun will set soon. Time really has flown by. We've been sitting here for 6 hours. Yes, we have. Do you want to do something else now? No, not really. Me neither. She adjusts her position and leans against the wall, and I follow her lead, relaxing my own body. For minutes on end, we sit there without saying a word. I'm trying to feel Rin's mood from her demeanor. The tension of her muscles, the tiny expressions fleeting on her face, it's no use. She's unreadable as always. The crowd swells to and fro, people happily chattering with each other. Very few people pay attention to the meal, and even less to us. I fiddle with her. They played us like a damn fiddle! Like these pebbles I'm playing with. The act of doing something just for the sake of doing something, the pinnacle of idleness. Inch by inch, the sun creeps lower and lower towards the tree line, changing the color of the sky close to the horizon from golden yellow to orange and red as the moment of sunset draws near. I feel like my stomach is filled with lead after eating so heavily, but the brick wall feels surprisingly comfortable against my back. I try to fight against the drowsy feeling that is overwhelming me, to no avail. I wake up with a start. A low boom reverberates through the school grounds. After images of bright sparks flash through my vision like stars. Something rises towards the sky from the direction of the sports field. A tall fire trails behind into a burst of red and yellow flame lights the sky high above the school with another loud boom. I love fireworks. I just don't like the sound of them. I love the images, but they're so loud. The sudden flashlights against the canvas of the night sky wakes me to realize that it's actually dark already. How long did I sleep? I feel groggy and I can't feel my right arm. As I attempt to flex it, I realize why. Is this that area? Oh yeah, this is my favorite... my favorite soundtrack of this... Not soundtrack. My favorite sound. No. See, what do you call a soundtrack? I know a soundtrack is like a collection of things, and it's not a song. It's a... I'll say melody. This is my favorite melody. Rin is leaning heavily against my shoulder, almost falling on my lap. She's fast asleep, not even fazed by the fireworks. Her mouth is slightly open and her eyes are peacefully closed. A sleeping childlike face of the innocent. I shake Rin gently with my free arm, trying to wake her up, or feeling that, move her so that my other arm is liberated from its pinch. Rin's face twinkles and her eyelids shut tighter as if to resist against waking up. She gradually opens her eyes, but keeps them half closed, letting light from the fireworks sneak just past her eyelashes, so that the green irises mirror the bright flashes of the explosions. Then looks up at me and frowns. Just a while longer, okay? Rin's voice is drowsy and slow, leaving her almost unintelligible muttered words hanging lazily in the air. It seems that she's not entirely aware of the situation. Rin's head drops back on my shoulder as she leans against me with all her weight. She snuggles against my side, trying to make herself comfortable, but makes me feel very uncomfortable at the same time. I become intensely, almost painfully aware of Rin's warm body and the deep, peaceful movement of her chest against my arm. Her breathing soon returning to the even rhythm. I can't help admiring her gift for sleeping, or the ease of mind of hers to use someone she is known for less than a week as a pillow. The rockets rise up the sky one at a time, breaking to the flowers of red, green, and gold. accompanied by the ohs and ahs of the audience. I try to push Rin's disconcerting proximity out of my mind for what I can do about it. I just hope her short while really is that. One by one, the glittery bursts were born and died in a blink of an eye, coloring the dark night sky into a constantly changing abstract painting. I listened to the low booms of the explosion and Rin's quiet breathing, trying to clear my own head of the post-awakening disorientation. Thankfully, just a while long really proves to be just a while as Rin stirs from her slumber and wakes up again before the fireworks are over. I fell asleep. She finally opens her eyes completely and blinks a few times. You fell asleep on top of me. Twice. You didn't like it? Well... Despite the inconclusive stammering, Rin sits upright, drawing herself away from me. Well, you are heavy. It's a lie, she weighs next to nothing, but I have to get a jab back at her, even if it's under the belt. My mock protest fails to draw any reaction from Rin. Instead, she looks up at the flashes of the fireworks. She seems hypnotized by the colorful play of the explosions. A slight tingling sensation goes up and down in my arm as blood starts to circulate again. It's unpleasant, but it helps me get rid of the dizziness. More and more rockets rise up to the sky, the bright colors of the explosions reflecting from the clouds. Both of us stare at the fireworks through the canopy of the trees, enthralled by the show. We could have a vastly better view of the sky if we moved even a couple of yards, but neither of us bothers to even suggest it. I really do like fireworks, even though looking at them makes me kind of sad, I think. It's like they want you to look at them so bad, so they're loud and bright, but when someone looks, they're already gone. It's like they weren't even real. They are real, I can tell you that. All this is real, you know. If you think about it, nothing really lasts for long. Even something like my life or yours is just a blink of an eye in the history of everything. Like one of those rockets, poof, and we're gone. But we're here, aren't we? Yeah, this is reality, Rin. Sitting next to me, the loud bangs of the fireworks, the vast, unlimited sky. These things are definitely real, even though they won't stay here forever. I feel warm inside, and I wonder if it's because Rin is so close to me or just the feeling of being alive. I don't really know what I should say next. That's alright, maybe I'm just talking to myself. But you know, the fireworks are pretty, but in the end, isn't it somehow silly to spend so much money on a fraction of a second worth of pretty sparkles? Rin rips her gaze off still ongoing spectacle. Rin rips her gaze off the still ongoing spectacle and leans backwards, looking at me with a repulsed face. Wow, I never expected you to be such a cynic. Cynic is a pretty harsh word. Rather than that, I think of myself as a realist. Isn't a realist just a word for what a cynic calls himself? The final rocket goes out with a bang of silver and blue, leaving the grounds eerily silent for a moment until the crowd starts moving towards the main gate like a cattle herd. Wisps of gray smoke drift towards the dawn from the sports field. The pungent, sulphurous smell of gunpowder it carries along feels like it's stuck as it sticks to my hair and clothes. Was that it? I think so. I stand up and stretch my sore back. Sleeping against the brick wall wasn't such a good idea after all. Rin stands up as well, intense facing with an expectant gaze on her tired features. Although she seems to have trouble focusing her eyes, she's looking straight at me. Something I feel has not occurred too often in the past week. So... I suddenly realized we've been almost on a date here as if by accident, even if we did nothing. But it wasn't, so why is blood rushing to my cheeks and my speech stammering? I don't know what I should say, especially since it seems Rin is waiting for me to say something, but luckily she solves my problem for me. Good night, Hassel. She gives me one more lingering look, measuring me from tip to toe, turns around on her heel and skips off, disappearing into the crowd. Okay. Good night. I'm left standing there giving my response to the cooling night air. The festival turned out to be nothing like I expected. I ended up spending all night in one spot with Rin, even though neither of us agreed on or suggested that we do anything. I just didn't have anything better to do, and evidently neither did she. Rin's warmth lingers for a little longer in my body before disappearing into the following night. Act 2, Disconnect. Okay, guys. Well, it's obvious who I'm going for now. In this game, there's 5 girls you can romance. And, okay, and you know which one you're going for, because, before Act 2 begins, you get a little video of each girl. And there's only one video for each girl, and it kind of sucks. I was hoping there would be one for each act, because I love all of them. But some of them are really kind of sad, but they're all really beautiful in their own way. But anyway, yeah, Rin is my favorite girl in this game. Now, let me just say a few things real quick. Rin is my favorite, and I love her story the most. And it's just, her story is so relatable, and I just felt something when I played for her the first time. Now, my second favorite is Hanako, the shy girl with the scars who has long purple hair. Now, a lot of people think her story is great, and it is great. It's amazing. But I just felt a better connection with Rin. But I will say this. In terms of romance of all 5 girls, even though I love Rin and she's my favorite out of all 5 of them, I still think Hanako is the best, romance situation with Hasao. Because in some cases, it's not even really present. Like, shy, it's not really that much of a romance. Emmy is pretty good. Emmy's a nice romance story, but it didn't feel as natural. Like, all the stories are good in this game. Well, not all of them. But, I mean, they're all good in their own way, but some are better than the others. But Hanako, her story with Asao in terms of romance seems the most natural, and she's my favorite in that aspect. But in terms of overall storytelling, uniqueness, characteristics, Rin, just love her. And her story, man, it's just, it got to me. Anyway, I got to Act 2, so I'll be right back. I've been recording for probably like 30 minutes. I don't really know. I don't keep track of time.